Oh boy. You guys wanted me to talk about it, so I guess, yeah. Wasn't like I wasn't going to talk about it. The series finale to Gravity Falls. Now, obviously, since this just ended as of this recording, there won't be major spoilers. Because I just want to give my thoughts real quick. So I don't want to make this a long video, because obviously, if you're on the West Coast, then you haven't seen the show yet. Or maybe you're streaming it, I don't know. But yeah, maybe later on down the road, I'll give my further thoughts on the show, like the spoilers and where it could go. But yeah, this was a great ending. There's some great heartbreaking moments. I love how the storylines all wrapped up. Dipper and Mabel are finally 13. It's cool that, you know, one thing I like, I will spoil this. They don't, thank God Alex Hirsch didn't do the whole, after the whole event of, you know, with the end of Bill Cipher and all that. Obviously, yeah, Bill Cipher, it's the end of the Bill Cipher story, but it won't end how it is, because it's tear-jerking, but at the same time, you see that, you know, you kind of see it coming, but at the same time, it's still heartbreaking, and it's a great way to end such a, Bill Cipher's probably been one of the best cartoon villains ever. Like, I would put him up there with him from Powerpuff Girls, or, you know, Megatron, or, you know, he's now, like, gotten a place alongside Azula to be one of the best cartoon villains in animation history. Not counting anime villains, they're in a, you know, whole other league of their own. But in cartoon villains, he's up there with Azula, Megatron, him. Yeah, so good on you, Alex Hirsch, for creating one of the best shows, best villains, best characters, all around. Dear Lord, this was just great. I love how all the storylines ended, especially for Seuss. I loved where they went with Seuss. Also, my ship is still, the Wendip shipping is, it's got a few holes, but it's still chugging along. I'll say that. How it kind of ended, like how they did, you know, they finished the series between Dipper and Wendy. I don't want to spoil anything again, but still, it was kind of, it kind of left it open-ended. I'll say this much. They left it open-ended enough where you could see, yeah, there could be you know, the fandom can write a relationship out of that. So I'll take it as a win, because they did leave it open-ended enough, a lot between the two, especially what Dipper gets from her at the end. And yeah, so my ship's still sailing. It took some damage throughout the series, but we still going. You know, the ship's taking some damage, but we're kind of we're in fan and canon. We're in limbo. The ship's kind of in the Bermuda Triangle of fan canon, but we're still sailing. We still sailing. Anywho, what else? But enough about that. I was just kind of like how that story ended, just all the way through, like all the way to the end credits of the show. At the end of the series, I was literally like Jesse from Breaking Bad, where I just threw my hands up and went, "Yeah, bitch!" Yeah, that's kind of how it was. What I find interesting is that Alex Hirsch has said on Twitter that this, even though the show is ending, this may not be the end of the Pines family. So, I'm wondering if Disney, since this has been one of Disney's most successful animated shows in recent history, I'm wondering if they're going, because they own the rights. Even though Alex created the show, they own the rights to the series, so is it a possibility they could do a continuation without him? And that's not, and that's been done before. Obviously, you've seen that multiple times with Ben 10. But the thing is that with continued shows these days, they ain't as good as the original shows. So I can only hope, if Disney decides to go ahead with a continued show without Alex Hirsch at the helm, I just hope you get someone who knows how to write complex characters and make, you know, interesting storylines and you know, really expand on this universe. Greg Weisman. Greg Weisman. What? Something stuck in my throat. Some kind of amazing writer who doesn't get, you know, showrunner who doesn't get enough credit. I know, yeah, I know, Greg, that'll never happen, Greg Weisman on Gravity Falls, that'll never happen, because, man, that tension between those, Weisman and, Disney, didn't end well. Anyway, so, what else did I want to say about this? Again, I really don't want to spoil anything other than, you know, I just want to leave a message saying, you know, thank you, Alex Hirsch, thank you so much for giving us a show that, you know, gave us a show that gave us heart, it gave us so many laughs, it gave us great characters, it gave us, you know, great everything. You gave us one of the best shows out there. It's kind of like the trinity of animated shows. The trinity being, in my opinion, the trinity of best animated shows out right now are Steven Universe, Adventure Time. Even though I still have my misgivings about Adventure Time, it's still kind of chugging along and still doing good. And Gravity Falls. That makes the trinity of really good animated shows. MLP, it's up there in the tiers along with a lot of highly acclaimed animated shows. But I think Gravity Falls is probably like the epitaph of that. That is this is like it's the blueprint of like how you make a really good show and end on a really good ending. It's a tearjerker, but you feel great at the same time. Ah, God. It's wonderful. It was a wonderful show, and all I can say is just whoa. Just all around whoa. It was a nothing short of spectacular show. So, yeah. So all I can say is awesome, and I'm wondering where this could go next, you know? Or maybe Disney will do the smart thing and just let it die, and then, you know, the fandoms, you know, the fans can have, you know, can continue on from there, you know? Anyway, so you guys tell me, without doing any spoilers, because let's not be jerks here, what did you guys think of the Gravity Falls series finale? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Did you guys absolutely love it? And do you think a Gravity Falls TV show could Disney continue without Alex Hirsch, because now he's gone off to work for Fox apparently? So that either means he's going to make a great show that's going to be canceled after 2.5 seasons, or he's going to make a show that Fox is just going to run into the ground. No, let's be honest, that's exactly what's one of those two things are going to happen if it's a Fox animated series. Do I need to draw a graph of why I make that assumption? Anyway. So yeah, just an all-around great show. I might do a spoiler one, but please, no spoilers in the comments below. Please don't be dicks here. But yeah, once again, awesome series. Glad to have been a part of it, and yeah. Once again, hope you all enjoyed this very short review, but I really didn't want to spoil anything because where I am, it just ended, and I don't want to be a jerk to anyone on the West Coast. So yeah. Anyway, once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.